Alright, what's up everyone? I'm Loki and I'm back with another video. So as you can see, we are here once again with the Dolphins franchise rebuild, and honestly, I've been doing a lot of Madden content and I'm really focusing on this Dolphins franchise, but I don't plan on only doing Madden content. I really want to broaden myself out, but this has really just been what's interesting me right now. So I've been just putting my effort into this because it's fun to make. It's pretty interesting in my opinion, and I mean, people are watching it, so might as well just keep doing it. So we are here once again, and today I would like to continue to mid-season and just see how we're doing as a team, and then next episode we'll be able to figure out what the plan will be, either making a playoff push or trying to tank for a good pick. But I don't know what game I'm gonna play. We'll figure that out eventually, but I do want to try to make it to week 7, week 8, because we do have a very early bye week. I would have wanted to go to the bye week, but it's so early. It's week 4. I don't want to just do 2 games in one episode, so we'll see what happens. I'm gonna get to the bye week first. I'll show you what happens in the 2 games before then, but once we get to the bye week, we will see if we can make some moves to maybe improve the team or maybe try to get some more picks. But I will see you after this game against the Chargers. Alright, so here in week 2, we ended up losing to the Tom Brady led Chargers, and I mean, it was a high scoring game, so really our defense didn't play well, but our run game did pretty good once again, and our passing game didn't do bad. We kept on pace with them, but it was really our defense that let up too many scores. And if we go to the stats, Tom Brady 3 touchdowns to 1 interception, a good game. Max Spiegel 2 touchdowns to 1 interception, not bad whatsoever. I mean, I would like to see no interceptions, but it's better than his first game. Then again, his first game, I was using him, so he didn't do good. But Moses Crockett, once again, did very well. 96 yards, 1 touchdown on 10 attempts. I would have liked to see him get more rushing attempts, but what can you do? Max Spiegel, 20 yards on 4 attempts, and Marshawn Lynch actually ended up scoring a touchdown, so very nice. But Melvin Gordon, 3 touchdowns. You can't let that happen, especially for the defense. But if we go to receiving, you can see that Devontae Parker, he did very well, 107 yards. Kendrick Bourne, 101. Very good days for our receiving core. And if we look, Hunter Henry, the tight end, he got 3 touchdowns. So really, we were just letting 2 people kill us that entire game. Moses Crockett, he had a receiving touchdown and 79 receiving yards. So he had over 150 total yards, I believe, on the day. Preston Williams had a touchdown. So I mean, not a bad offensive day whatsoever, but the defense really did not do well. If we look at sacks, Willie Henry had 1, and Christian Wilkins had a sack. Interceptions, Bobby McClain, he had an interception, and really we just couldn't get it done. But what can we do? I mean, it's a good team. It's a very good defensive team. It's a good offensive team, especially with Tom Brady, but our offense showed that they can score points. It's really just our defense, which we already know is the weakness of the team. So now I will get into the week 3 game, and I will see you with the stats after that one, and then we will get into the bye week. Alright, so here after our week 3 game against the New York Jets, as you can see, 35-14, just a dominating performance overall, offensively and defensively. And if we go to player stats, Max Spiegel, 5 touchdowns, 1 interception. He did very, very well. Rushing. Moses Crockett, still decent, 4.4 per carry, not bad whatsoever. Max Spiegel, he did pretty well in the running game as well. He had 33 yards on 7 runs, not bad. Kendrick Bourne, he led the team in receiving yards, and Moses Crockett had 51. But if we go and look at the touchdowns, sharing the love, everyone gets one. No one had too many touchdowns, but everyone had a good amount. Even the fullback got a receiving touchdown. Now, if we go to the defense, Darren Lee, our free agency signing, he had a sack and a half, along with Rashad Jones. He had half of a sack. And if we go to interceptions, Eli Apple, another free agency pickup that we had, a good game, interception, couple tackles, and Bobby McClain for the 2nd game in a row had an interception. So overall, just a very, very good game for our entire team. So now, yeah, I'm just gonna get into the scouting section, and I will see you if there's any interesting players. I scouted last week, and now I'm gonna scout this week. I'll see you with any interesting prospects that I find. Alright, so here at the draft scouting, it looks like it's a pretty good defensive class, especially at the top. A good middle linebacker, good cornerback, and some decent secondary and defensive line options. Unfortunately, it is not a quarterback draft whatsoever, so it is looking like Max Spiegel is guaranteed to play another year. So I mean, after a 5 touchdown, 1 interception game, it's looking like he has the potential to be very good. He just needs to continue with performances like that. But other than that, I haven't found anything too interesting. I will come back if I do find something really good later on in the season. But other than that, I'll probably just keep the scouting process out of it mostly. But if I do find anyone interesting, I will come back. Alright, so one thing I would like to do before we skip past our bye week is re-sign Raekwon McMillan. He's a very good middle linebacker, and he could probably move outside to outside linebacker because he does have some good block shedding and pursuit, so he could be relatively decent there as well. But he's 24, he'll be 25 at the end of the season, so I would like to get him on a 4 to 5 year deal. I'm going to offer him a 4 year. I'll give him $4 million in the salary, and I'll give him 175 as a signing bonus, a 4 year, $22.8 million deal. Let's see if he will sign. And he does. That's a good pickup. It's a good pickup to bring back Raekwon McMillan for the foreseeable future. And yeah, now I will continue to the Jaguars game, and I will see you after that. Alright, so actually before we start this Jaguars game, we have 2 breakout player opportunities. We have Darren Lee, a good free agency pickup, and he has to hold the Jaguars to less than 250 total yards or get an interception, forced fumble, tackle for loss, or a sack. So hopefully he'll be able to get a tackle for loss at least. But now we have our other breakout player, who is Moses Crockett. This will basically tell us what dev trait he has, and it looks like he has a star dev trait because the 3 touchdowns and 150 yards is a opportunity to go from star to superstar for running backs. So, I mean, there is a possibility that he can get 150 yards. But, yeah, so for this game against the 0-4 Jacksonville Jaguars, we are looking to have 2 breakout players. So we will be focusing on Darren Lee and Moses Crockett. So I will see you at the end of that game. Alright, so here after our Week 5 matchup against the Jacksonville Jaguars, we ended up winning, but now the really big thing is seeing about the breakout chances. I didn't want to actually play this game because then I could have just fed the ball to Moses Crockett the entire time and basically guaranteed him to get a dev trait, and at this point in the series, I'd like to let him try to get it naturally if he has the opportunity. But Max Spiegel, 2 touchdowns, no interceptions, not bad whatsoever. Rushing, Moses Crockett, a very inefficient day, only 2.7 yards per carry. He did have a rushing touchdown, and he also did have a receiving touchdown on the day, but not enough to get his dev trait increase, sadly. But if we go to the defense, we can see that although the Jacksonville Jaguars had over 250 yards, Darren Lee ended up getting a sack, so he will most likely get his dev trait increase unless something wrong happens. But we won the game, and we got Darren Lee a dev trait increase, so overall, not a bad game. Sadly, Moses Crockett could not go up in dev trait, but what are you going to do? I will continue simming, and I will see you after our next game. Alright, so for some reason, although Darren Lee did end up getting the sack that he needed, he did not actually get the dev trait increase that he was supposed to get. So he met the requirements, but he didn't get the dev trait increase. I'm not should I don't know if I should give him the dev trait, like edit him and give him the star dev trait, but leave in the comments if you think I should. I mean, he earned it, but it didn't give it to him. I don't know if there's something wrong with that, but what are you gonna do? But obviously Moses Crockett did not get his, so sadly that's not gonna be happening. But we do have another opportunity next week for Preston Williams to get a breakout opportunity, and he is a star dev, so he's going to need 150 yards and 3 touchdowns as well. So we'll just see if we can get it done, but I will see you at the end of that week, or if I find any interesting college players. Alright, so here after our Week 6 matchup against the Buffalo Bills, we ended up winning once again. We are 4-1 on the season. We won 27-21. And if we look at player stats, Max Spiegel once again had a very good game. 2 touchdowns, no interceptions. So not having any interceptions is a very good thing. And if we look at the rushing, Moses Crockett, once again, pretty inefficient. So 2 very down games, but he had a touchdown. Marshawn Lynch had a touchdown, so not bad. If we go to receiving, we can see that Preston Williams did not end up getting his requirements to get his dev trait increase, but 41 yards, 1 touchdown, not horrible. Defensively, Vernon Hargreaves had a interception, and Other than that, a couple sacks, nothing really too interesting, but another win on the season. And yeah, now we're heading into week 7, 4-1. Alright, so here after week 7, we ended up beating the Arizona Cardinals 31-21, and I don't know what's gotten into this team. We are 5-1 on the season, and if we go to the player stats, Max Spiegel, he's doing very well. 3 touchdowns, no interceptions once again. Rushing, Moses Crockett down in yards. He's not doing very well in terms of efficiency, but Marshawn Lynch, he did have a touchdown, so nice to see. Receiving, Preston Williams had 73 yards and a touchdown. Kendrick Bourne, he is always right around the top of our team in receiving yards. And defensively, not too much production on the sacks, but Jerome Baker, he had an interception, not bad game. But now it is on to week 8, and that will be around the mid-season point that I would like to end off on. And it is against the Patriots, who are also pretty high in our standings. So I will see you in that game, or I'm thinking about making a trade. I might see you before that if I can get that done. Alright, so before the Patriots game, this might be a little bit of cheesing the system, but the Bengals had John Ross on the trade block, and if you play Madden, you know John Ross. He has 97 speed. He is just a freak. He is a speed demon, and they wanted a right tackle as one of their top needs, and do I have the guy for them? Germain Ifedi. I don't want him on this team as a Seahawks fan, so if they accept this trade, I will be very happy with it. And they end up accepting the trade for Germain Ifedi. I will take John Ross any day of the week. That'll be a great player to use in-game, and I will see you in the game against the Patriots. Alright, so here we are in week 8 against the New England Patriots, who are actually led by Dak Prescott now, which I still can't believe that they signed Dak Prescott, but I mean, it's been working out for them. They are 4-2. Their most recent loss came last week. They were 4-1 along with us before this week, but now we are 5-1. They are 4-2, and really, we just gotta hope that we can do something to just get a win. I don't want to ruin this team's momentum that they have going into this game, but I mean, we gotta play some game, and this seems like a pretty important game, and this would be the last game of the episode, even if I were to sim it, so this is what I'm going to take part in, and hopefully we can get a pretty decent stop on our first drive, and then come out and play some good offense. Alright, so here after the Patriots ran 2 back-to-back wide receiver screens that went nowhere, we have the ball, and yeah, we're just going to run an inside zone with Moses Crockett, try to get him in the game, try to get him started, because he's been very inefficient the last few weeks, so what we really need to do is to get him the ball and hope that he can do something. And our offensive line has not played too well because they're letting up quite a bit of sacks every week, but really they're doing well enough because we're winning games. But now we just have to try to continue the success that our team has had over the last 4 weeks. Alright, so here with our first play, we're going to go back to the run once again, and we just need to get Moses Crockett to start feeling it out, and if he can hit a juke, this might go all the way, and his speed, he has too much speed, 81 might catch up, but a great pickup for Moses Crockett, a 70-yard minimum play, a very good run on his part, good blocking, and everything just really worked very well. Alright, so after a big sack that was completely my fault, we are here once again, and we get a nice slant over the middle to John Ross, but it looks like it's going to be holding on the offense, and yeah, we're going to be at the 32-yard line after just being 9 yards away. Alright, so they ended up actually declining the penalty, and, you know, we're the Dolphins, we have nothing to lose, so we are going to go with just a nice little slant cheese with John Ross and Kendrick Bourne. We'll have some out routes going. Mike Gesicki can go on one. And Moses Crockett, you'll pass block. And let's just see what we can do. Hopefully we can get a touchdown because we're going to need it. And it's looking like Kendrick Bourne is wide open in the end zone. They should have accepted it. They should have made it third and goal from the 32, but they allowed us to have a 4th and goal from the 5, and we made them pay. So a good offensive possession to start off. A bad sack that I let up, but we ended up scoring either way. Alright, so after a pretty decent drive by the Patriots, Dak Prescott has not failed to complete a pass. He is 9-9, I believe. And yeah, so we ended up stopping them in the red zone, 4th and inches, and all they got was a field goal, so a decent stop because we let up a big play. I don't know if I'll show it, but we did let up like a 30-40 yard catch to Julian Edelman, but bend don't break, we stopped them from scoring the touchdown, so pretty decent. And now we are going into the second quarter up 7-3. Alright, so here after a failed offensive possession and some pretty good plays picking up some good yards for the Patriots, we are here on defense trying to get a stop. Bend don't break once again. Dak Prescott hasn't failed to complete a pass. He's 13 for 13. It's 2nd and 7. We're just going to blitz because they've been going for the strategy of make a pass and then run. So hopefully we can pick up on that and get a decent stop. Alright, so 3rd and 3, we are once again blitzing, and they end up going for a wide receiver screen, and they do not end up picking the first down because I do not know why, but they really are loving that wide receiver screen. I think they've ran it 4 or 5 times just in the first 2 quarters of this game, so once again they're going to get a field goal, but we are going to be leading after this possession. Alright, so here after the 2-minute warning, 2nd and 14, we just got sacked, but we need to find a way to pick up a big play. Kendrick Bourne is looking like he's going to be relatively open, but I think they're going to drop back in coverage. Yeah, so John Ross, hopefully he can get this aggressive catch, and he does end up catching it. A very good pickup by him. Stephon Gilmore, he came down, and I just threw it as quick as I could. Thankfully, he ended up making the catch before the safety came down, so decent play by us. Alright, so Devontae Parker, a great catch, takes us within the 4 yards. And now it's looking like with 50 seconds left, we have a chance to at least get some points on the board. Might not be a touchdown. Hopefully it will be. But Marshawn Lynch, he brings it to the 2, and now I think we know what's going to happen. We're going to go play type. We are going to go to run, pitch, and we are just going to go to a nice little halfback toss to the right. Hopefully it'll work. And Moses Crockett's speed gets him to the outside, and he gets the touchdown with 22 seconds left before the half, and we will be receiving the second half kickoff like I said. So a very good possession for us to move into halftime. Alright, so here to start the second half, we are up 14-6, and once again, we are going to be going right back to the run, because as you saw from those halftime stats, we are dominating in the run game. We have a lot of rushing yards, and we're doing very well when it comes to these outside runs. So I'm going to try to run some stretch plays for Moses Crockett, and hopefully we can find some success on those. And yeah, that's what I'm going to be doing right here. Hopefully we can get a nice long run, at least get the first down. That's really all we need for this to be a successful play, and it's looking like we might actually be able to get more if he can get him. And Moses Crockett, he's going to take it all the way to the house. Just a great play by him. This is all-star simulation. I might bring it higher, but I'm not very good at Madden. But multiple 70-yard runs, I don't know, maybe we might have to bring it up, but now we are up 21-6 once we make this PAT. But Moses Crockett just having a magnificent game, and that's why I said that I didn't want to play that game when he had the breakout chance, because we could just be doing this. But honestly, I'm not focusing on him too much. I'm trying to get the passing game involved, but Moses Crockett, he just found a way. He just keeps finding ways to get these big runs. But yeah, 21-6, we are up. Hopefully our defense can continue to stop the Patriots. Alright, so Dak Prescott, he ended up running the ball in just a disappointing defensive possession. We had a great defensive stop, but it ended up being a face mask penalty. But yeah, then we just let Edelman just get open every single time. But what are you going to do? I mean, it's Madden. Alright, so back on offense, 1st and 10. We're in the 4th quarter, so we're going to be trying to run down time, but also we need a score because we cannot let this be less than a touchdown lead. So Moses Crockett, hopefully he can find success on the outside handoff once again, and he gets a good pickup. He got around Stephon Gilmore, but He ran right back into Dante Hightower. But either way, I mean, it's a decent pickup, and we're just going to continue to run the ball, try to run out some clock, maybe see if we can get enough first downs to find our way to get a score. But Moses Crockett, if he keeps getting these nice pickups, we're just going to keep feeding him the ball. He's doing very well in this game. 200 yards, 2 touchdowns. Just got to feed the hot hand. Alright, so we've been running it a lot, and with not much time left on the clock, 4 minutes and 20 seconds, we're going to be doing a play action. Devontae Parker, if he can catch that, that'd be very nice. 1 yard away from the end zone. You know what's going to happen. We have to try it. I mean, we haven't gotten it. We didn't get it last episode, but maybe Marshawn Lynch can get this 1 yard touchdown that he's been looking for his entire career, and he gets it. The 1 yard touchdown. Marshawn Lynch, get that man some Skittles. We are now up 2 scores on the Patriots with 3.5 minutes left. Alright, so here under the 2-minute warning, it's still the same score. The Patriots have taken a lot of time off the clock with some medium and short passes. They've been throwing underneath a lot, and they've been getting a decent amount of yards, but they've been running way too much time off the clock to do anything too big. Very nice. I had that covered, but Xavier Howard, he ended up coming and taking it. A very nice defensive play, and now we've basically guaranteed the win. They're going to continue to call timeouts because that's what the Madden AI does, but we're just going to continue to run out the clock and see what happens. And for some reason, this inside zone only has 3 blockers, and I would love to see how this works out. And that is what I'm going to do. I'm going to run this inside zone with 3 blockers. Maybe the weirdest play that I've seen, but it actually ended up working and getting us a first down. I mean, I can't complain. It's just a little weird, but yeah, I'm going to continue to run the clock out, and then I will see you at the end of the game when the stats show up, and yeah, we've basically won the game. Alright, so because the Patriots decided that they wanted to call all their timeouts when we were trying to run the clock out, and they were down 2 possessions, we're going to throw a deep bomb to either Devontae Parker or John Ross with almost no time left on the clock. So, you know, just to disrespect the Patriots because they're the Patriots. They kind of deserve it. But yeah, so 10 seconds left. Let's just see what we can do. Devontae Parker, he's gotten open pretty decently. And it's interception. But doesn't matter. They've lost. I mean, messes up the stats for Max Spiegel, but who really cares? It's not about his stats, it's about the success of the team, and we did fine. We could have stopped him from getting that, but I didn't really care. I wanted a deep pass and just threw it up because it's the Patriots. They were calling timeouts when we easily had the game won, so just have to disrespect the Patriots a little bit. And now let's get an interception to pay him back. And is that Xavier Howard? Or no, that's Vernon Hargreaves. Not bad. An interception to end the game, back-to-back interceptions. So we won. We are now 6-1. The Patriots are 4-3. So we have secured our division pretty well. We've locked it up. I mean, we could obviously go on a pretty big losing streak, but currently it's looking good for us. Alright, so we are here after that game, and as you can see, we won 28-16. We did very well. The run game was going great. We didn't really do much in the passing game, but we had 100 yards, not bad. We ended up having a touchdown in the passing game too, I believe, but they killed us in the passing game. But it doesn't matter. We won. Dak Prescott, like you see in all of the Madden games, had an insane completion percentage, just 33 of 37, insane to see. But 2 interceptions, 0 touchdowns. I mean, Max Spiegel, 1 touchdown, 2 interceptions. Those are my fault at the end of the game. I don't know if I'll show it. I probably will. I'll try to throw it in, but I threw just a long, deep pass, and it got intercepted just because the Patriots, I wanted to score at the end, but didn't matter. There was 5 seconds left after, and there was one earlier in the game that I definitely won't show because it was a really dumb one. I was trying to pass to someone else, but I hit the wrong button, and it ended up getting an interception because it was just obviously a bad pass because I hit the wrong button. But running, I mean, Moses Crockett, 251 yards, 2 touchdowns. Marshawn Lynch had a touchdown, so very nice to see that. Receiving, N'Keal Harry did very well for the Patriots, but John Ross, in his debut game for us, 87 yards and no touchdowns, but 87 yards, very good game. Defensively, the interceptions on our team came from Vernon Hargreaves and Xavier Howard, And we had a couple sacks for Darren Lee. Yep, we did 2 sacks for Darren Lee, and we let up a lot of sacks in the game. 4 sacks. I mean, not bad, but not great. But overall, a good game for our team, and really just our team's doing very well. And I'm going to show you the season stats for the mid-season. And as you can see here in the standings, we have secured the top spot of our division, the AFC East. We're doing very well, 6-1. The Patriots, who we just beat, are now 4-3, and the Jets and the Bills are just lackluster. But if we go to the mid-season stats, Max Spiegel, he is 5th in the league in touchdowns. He has 1,800 yards, 16 touchdowns, 7 interceptions. 5 of those interceptions have come from me, so he's done very good in the simmed games. And rushing, Moses Crockett, 630 yards, 7 touchdowns, very good. And receiving, Kendrick Bourne, 548 and 3 touchdowns. He's doing very good as well. Defensively, I don't think we have very many high sack people. Darren Lee, 5.5, and he's a pass coverage linebacker. Three sacks for Willie Henry. Jerome Baker has 2 sacks. So just a lot of low sack numbers. Bobby McCain, he has 2 interceptions. Xavier Howard, he also has 2. And Vernon Hargreaves has 2. And then we just have a couple ones. So overall, I mean, the stats don't really show it, but we're doing very well as a team. And we have won a lot of games. We end up being 6-1. Moses Crockett, 4th in rushing yards, 1st in rushing touchdowns. That is what I wanted to see. And yeah, so 6-1, top of our division. We're just doing great. And yeah, I'd like to thank you for watching. Next video, I'll probably end up going to the postseason if we're still very good. So yeah, I will see you in that video. And yeah, thank you for watching. Have a great day.